Finally, we are moving away from the Elements tab to the Finish tab. Go to Room command and open its properties. In the Room tab, you can input the story code, define the name of the room and function, add additional texts, and see all attributes assigned. You can change the height like any other architectural element. In the Finish tab, you can define vertical, ceiling and floor finishes, save each of them as favorites for easier use. Click on the first line to create the first vertical layer. Set the material to mortar, thickness to 2 cm. If you set the factor to 2, it will duplicate the quantities. Select the trade to plaster and stucco work. We will not define the surface elements for inner layers, only for external ones. Height will be explained in the next video tutorial. Input the paint layer accordingly and choose the desired surface. Repeat the procedure for ceiling covering, but have in mind that you cannot use the same favorite as vertical coverings, because they are different in the number of options. For ceiling and floor elements, you can define the hatchings, fills and patterns, which can be shown in the cross sections. Check the FAQ video for more information. Repeat the procedure for floor finishes that include EPS, PE foil, overlay and parquet. Go to Office, 30th edition materials, wooden floors, and select one of the textures. You can see the overall thickness of each finish, and as I mentioned before, you can save the favorites for each set of finishes separately, and you can save the favorites for total finishes. You can draw the room elements the same way as the slab elements, practically the same way as all area elements. For simple rooms, you can use the area detection option, and software will automatically detect all the edges, not including the smart part opening symbols. For correct room definition and finishes display and calculations, you need to define the reveal elements in the openings, which we already did in previous tutorials. If the textures don't show, go to All Plan Options, Rooms tab, and set the minimum total thickness and minimum thickness per layer to lower value. The first option means that the finishes of total thickness lower than 30 mm won't be shown. And the second option means that individual layers of thickness lower than 30 mm won't be shown. Set it to 20 mm, because the total thickness is 120 mm and the parquet layer is 20 mm, which is lower than 30, and because of that it wasn't shown. Now you can see that all the elements are correctly displayed. To see things more clearly, go to Animation Settings and turn on the Edges option. Notice that the vertical surfaces of window and door openings are covered correctly. For the next room, you can just change the name and repeat the process. Go to Custom Labels, click on the name of the label to access the labels library. Go to Room Labels and select the one you want. You can place it horizontally, vertically, or at an angle. We can resize it and input 0.7 in the command line. Repeat the process for the room 3. For hallway, you can turn off the area detection and define the room by clicking on its edge points. Do the same for the living room. Here we have a problem because we have virtual wall where the living room connects to the kitchen. Go to All Plan Options and in the Rooms tab, turn on the option for calculating the vertical surfaces only at adjacent components. If you've forgotten the label, just right-click on the element and go to Label option and place it somewhere in the plane view on the element. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video tutorial.